But no, I appreciate that you're trying to make a joke, Pete, but I'm not going to let you make a joke at my expense of my fucking disease that came down on my house. I don't think it's
Ooh.
appropriate.
A pox on all your families.
Yeah,
How's Lou
Lou's
doing?
still in her sick bed, and you're making fun of us. Nice.
Well, if you
I'll
can't
tell her.
laugh,
I'll tell her that. Hey, Lou, Pete hates you.
Oh
You
no.
need to start the fucking
Just fuck
podcast.
you, Pete. So,
And we're off.
Ready to watch stuff.
Right, so this is Idiots Who Watch Stuff, Nicolas Cage special. Put the idiots back in the box. With me tonight you have P Money, Big Papa, Pete Dancer,
hello, Ed.
and the abominable galoot, Chris Mongo.
fuck you, Pete.
Hey,
And the ever beautiful Queen of Mean, Swedish Christine.
Hello.
So
Very rhymey.
not much has been happening, right? But this week was quite eventful as I got constipated and I got the shit at the same time, one day after the next, which was quite confusing. So I found myself, I think it was Wednesday afternoon, with a finger up my arse, seeing if I could dislodge something from me colon. And
Yeah, that's why you had your finger
Yeah.
up here.
yeah, of course.
I'm pulled out a rib.
Yeah,
Okay.
it reminded me of a fucking an incident that happened to me when I was about 13 or 14, I think.
Oh my.
Oh, look, man. If we're gonna tell,
No,
Wait,
go on.
okay, off the
Wait.
bat, I'm telling you, just wait.
When the priest asked you to stay back after mass.
Not that's way. That was different. I was working in a show jumping stable down the country. I think it was up Monaghan, actually. They used to breed show jumpers for the Italian national show jumping team. And this foal had been born, and it was a bit poorly. It was backed up, and you could see it was kind of bloated and all of the stomach. So the vet came, and now I'm only about 13 or 14 at this stage, right? I let the vet into the stable to take a look at the foal, and I'm standing at the door, and he gloves up, puts his finger up the arse of the foal, and like kind of fish hooks out this little ball of poop, and it was like completely, it was spherical, you know what I mean? And when he flicked it out, the first thing that hit me was the smell, and then I got hit. The next thing was the sound, right? And the sound was so fucked up. It sounded like a metallic kind of sound when the ball of shit hit the slabstone in the stable. And the next thing I remember, I was being woke up in the kitchen by two girls that I worked with, spritzing water in my face. The other one like trying to get me air with a tea towel. Back a bit. Give him room.
Ed, this explains so much. These are like the formative years. Jesus
Crack
Christ.
the back of my head open and everything.
I've actually had to play Amish mechanic a couple of times. Working and living on farms. Yeah. I've had to do the garden hose enema on a horse.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm fascinated with animals. I think I want to get one.
I'd get one as well,
I'm
Ed.
shocked that you haven't.
Well, Ed, you have done a couple of times on stage, but that's been very amateur.
That was different. There was one time on the bar in the Thomas house where I douched myself with a pint bottle of Bulmers, but not like, nothing other than water came out, but yeah. I don't know why I've never gotten an enema. It's just I've always wanted to get one.
You can get a little fleet enema.
So we could do like a pod special.
Yeah,
no problem. But like Jackass. They did that in Jackass, remember that?
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Yeah.
So Ed, how is the old tummy now? Because we could conduct a scientific experiment.
Let's do it if you want to do it.
Right. I've done a little bit of research. This is the brown noise.
All right, hang on. Should I get a towel for the fucking seat that I'm sitting on?
Is this a low G? Pete's trying to do something here, for those listening at home and not watching.
Yeah,
if everybody shit themselves, it'd be brilliant.
This is terrible for Spotify.
Bullshit. Absolute. How's the old stomach?
It didn't even hear a thing.
Nothing. Heard nothing.
I did have an incident in Vegas when we went to see J-Lo the last time I was in Vegas. Every time her keyboard player, they'd get to a song and it'd be a little bit of a transition, and our keyboard player would play a certain note, and it would make me sick. It would like, I would gag every time he played the certain note.
And who was this again? Sorry,
end up actually having to go to the toilet and get sick. Like, but now
what was the gig? What was the gig? Sorry, Ed.
J-Lo.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah,
potentially had a brown noise.
Well, a fucking gag note. She had a gag note.
Yeah, it'll be. Remember that? Remember VH1 Behind the Music, and when their careers over, they go. Remember that run we had in Vegas where we would make people shit themselves.
Everybody was fucking puking
in our velour tracksuit.
It was awful. Every time your man hit the note,
you haven't heard that note prior or after?
No, it's never happened to me before or since.
Huh.
So weird. No, it was very loud at the gig. It was
weird. Well,
and it was Vegas, so we've been drinking all day as well.
Yeah. Well, and you got those, those big fucking huge amps and PAs that they've got that'll probably, rattle things.
Yoo-hoo! Can I get a room?
So today also we learned that Christine has a fear of clowns.
Yeah, for sure.
Phobia.
Yeah, it's a phobia. I mean, it just gives me the creeps. Like I want to gag. I want to kill myself. I want to fist myself until the eyeballs pop. Like it's fucking.
Whoa! You want to fist yourself?
No,
your eyeballs.
Die. That's what I'm saying. Like I want to rip my insides out from.
Oh my god!
One, you're fisting wrong.
Down my throat again, like because it like they're so unnatural. They are like the worst. They're like from hell.
It's the uncanny valley, is what they figure that it's a thing that's
I
close
want to
to
get
our own face, but
never mess with the carny folk.
Yeah, but I
never mess with the carny folk.
I was almost kidnapped as a child by carny folk, but I was scared of clowns before that as well.
We have so much in common. I was nearly kidnapped as a kid. Well, I was actually rejected.
Say, wait.
Yeah, we remember this. Ed.
Do we think that maybe Christine was the little girl that was in the van?
No way.
Christine got chose over you, Ed.
Maybe.
No. It's like a crossover episode.
Oh my god! Yeah, that could have actually happened. No, but. Do you remember a couple of years ago when there were clowns all over the fucking place and kept popping up? Like I was scared of going out. I was more scared then of the clowns than I am now of COVID. Like it would just like freak me out. Like I wouldn't go out.
So
that was great.
You reckon you were born with this? Like
yes, I was born with this disease. Actually, yes.
Did it develop from something or?
I mean. It could have come from watching Stephen King's It at a very young age.
Yeah.
Probably that has something to do with it. But like creepy, I have to watch it, and I rewatch it maybe I don't know once a year. I read the book a couple of times. I've seen the fucking atrocity that is like the remakes, which
I haven't seen
awful.
The remakes.
But I keep watching everything. I keep reading everything. The one thing that sent me down this hellhole last night was this clown motel. That would be like literally the worst thing that could happen to me in the world. Imagine going somewhere and you think you're going somewhere fun and they leave you there. Like I would, no. I mean, no.
How did that come up?
We're going anyway.
What's even here's what's really great about the clown motel. Not only is it next to the old cemetery, but it's on the way to fucking Area 51.
No way. We're going.
That's where I passed it on the way going up there.
I mean, like imagine waking up there and not being able to actually leave
the noise of their shoes.
And there's a brothel right down the road from it.
We're going. We're all going to make
it. I can drop you off, but I will
it does sound like a great holiday.
But I mean, they are freaky, aren't they? Like they're not fun. They've never been fun. They
No,
want to
yeah.
eat your soul.
Yeah. Fucking
They're shit.
John Wayne Gacy wasn't fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're shit more than scary.
Yeah.
No.
Like they're the guys on the circus that can't juggle or tame lions. They're the guys that drug the
They're
snake.
busy killing people and eating
Yeah,
their souls.
They drug the snake and then
Imagine
take
if
the
you're
scent down.
dating someone and they're perfect in every way, and in the middle of the night you wake up and they go, "Ooh, you know, I have a fun surprise for you," and then you hear, like you would fucking kill yourself. Like what the
I was
fuck?
just gonna say, if he's dressed as a clown, it's a no. But if he's hunking your boobs, that's allowed.
No.
That's funny at
Oh
all
my
times.
Well, speaking of clowns, Pete, you got fucking banned for 90 days off Facebook.
I got an instant.
Again?
I got an instant 90-day ban
For what?
What was the same Hitler Mein Kampf Minecraft joke as last year. It was down as January 2019, and I was just logging on yesterday, and it went, "You've got an instant 90-day ban."
Yeah.
90 days.
So what did he do? He rang me straight away.
Yeah, laughing. I
You've
rang
been
Ed
there.
and goes,
You've
"Guess
been
what?"
there, you cunt. How do I get out of this?
I said, "Guess what, Ed?
Too.
Ed, 90 days."
90, yeah.
All I kept saying to him, he'd be there, you know, all relaxed. I just kept saying, 90 though, Ed. It's 90.
I was like, just appeal at your grand.
I appealed it, and within 5 minutes, I was back.
Yeah.
Or whatever algorithm. So, but I was thinking about this because, like, basically, no matter what joke you make about Hitler, as soon as Hitler's mentioned on Facebook, you're out. But I just want to put it out there because, like, no matter how big or how small, we'll take any sponsor. Say, for example, Hitler is alive and on the Isle of Man, and he's running some sort of he's selling a product. We will sponsor that product.
Are we funded by Hitler?
Funded by Hitler.
We will gladly be funded by Hitler.
No,
we already talked
before. Can we just But the funded by Hitler comment that you made, Ed, in the chat is still one of the funniest. Like I screenshotted it and I go back to it every so often. Like I was pissing myself.
Yeah. For the people that weren't in our private chat, Ed thought the Discovery have a program called Funding Hitler.
Yoo-hoo! Can I get a room?
Like when you're at home, what else? Like you don't have anything out, right? You just go about your day. No,
Not naked.
Okay.
Well, we know from previous podcasts that Christine does.
Oh.
I'm sorry. What now?
The glue story.
No, that's on my OnlyFans. We've been through this so many times, and I'm actually looking for sponsors. So yeah.
Yeah, and Pete has changed his
Not Hitler.
Pete has changed his OnlyFans to Only Mans.
Only Mans, yeah. The girls don't pay enough.
No.
Yeah, no.
Right, shall we start?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so Nick Cage, what is his name? Nicholas Kim Coppola.
Yeah.
Nicholas Cage, aka Nicholas Cage, the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola, which I didn't know at all.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But why drop the name?
Because he wanted to make it on his own.
Yep.
Yeah.
And boy, did he ever.
Huh?
And he did.
Well, I don't know, because I mean, his uncle definitely helped him out. He's been in a lot of
course.
his uncle's films, like, you know, well, a couple of his uncle's films.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I always thought the guy was an overrated actor until we did this. Until I started to have to look at his movies and look at his back catalogue.
You're welcome.
I was about to say, Ed, I was the opposite. I used to rate him, and then I saw the movies on the list, and now I don't rate him at all.
What's going on? Can we mute? Like, what the fuck?
Well, see, this episode should really come with a caveat for anybody listening to it. It is about Nick Cage, but we picked 5 movies and put them on the list and watched them. And there were 5 movies that we knew we could talk about and be contentious about. Some of us would like them, some of us wouldn't. Yeah. He's obviously got great movies like Adaptation, 8mm.
Yes.
Now struggling here now.
Well,
Moonstruck. I watched Moonstruck. You know, it's not on the list for the first time this week, and it is a fucking fantastic film.
Yeah, it's really
well,
good.
I was trying to think of like, there's no other actor who's gone through a career where he's made like the first movie I ever saw him in was like Birdie, which is like a harrowing kind of Vietnam kind of movie. Then he moved into all these like sort of light comedies and done them brilliant. You know, Peggy Sue Got Married and all that sort of stuff. Then he went into indie flicks. Then he done action flicks, and now he makes B movies.
Yeah, well, he does explain that himself, like in a lot of his interviews. He says he is more of an artist than an actor.
Yeah.
And people try and put him in this method category. He says, "No, I started as a naturalist actor or method actor or Stavislavski, wherever the fuck that is."
Yeah.
He quickly moved away from that, thinking, like, you know what, this is way too sort of. It doesn't allow you to express yourself as much as, say, German expressionism and what this. He's come up with this other fucking thing, nouveau shamanic acting. Like, he is fucking nuts.
And the thing is, like,
nuts.
you know, like, it's whatever. It's like when we're recording this, it's 7 p.m. Ireland time. He's making a movie somewhere right now.
Yeah.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
He's making
He's working.
He went broke in 2009. That's why he's making all these terrible movies.
Yeah. So
He
shall we
owes a
talk?
lot of
He
money.
didn't go broke. His fucking accountant stole from him and
Yeah.
fucking ruined him.
His accountant reckons he's. Well, you know, when you hear about the parties that he throws,
Yeah.
and he.
And he did.
Wouldn't you like?
Oh yes,
the-
yeah.
the
No, don't get me
accountant
wrong.
should have,
Yes,
like,
I'm in.
sold him and given him
I
better
would be in the same boat. I would lose all my money buying islands in the Bahamas and throwing parties for everybody.
And so, you know, he's a big comic book fan. He had an Action Comics #1, which is worth, you know, like 2 or 3 million, and
Which
it was
got stolen.
robbed.
Yeah,
Which was robbed. Yeah.
yeah.
But like
But I also read somewhere that he bought like a haunted mansion in New Orleans,
Yes, that's right.
and and he reckoned it kind of got cursed because this was when everything, you know, unraveled, and he bought like a plot in one of the most famous cemeteries, and he erected a mausoleum in this like shape of a pyramid. And that is the only thing that they couldn't take away from him, because you're not allowed to take, you know, the final resting place. So that's still there, like a big fucking pyramid in white. Like, what?
Yoo-hoo! Can I get a room?
I just want to say throughout this episode as well, we'll all be rating his movies on the Cage Rage Richter scale.
Yeah.
So with that said, I think we start off with one of the most terrible fucking mistakes he's made in his career, and really, whoever has made this film should be shot with their own balls of shit. Wicker Man, the remake
Oh,
was
oh,
one of the
come on.
worst mistakes
well,
ever on committed to celluloid. That the original did not need anything done to it. The original is creepy as fuck.
Ed,
No
can I just sort of say that the original 1973 is my favorite movie, or sorry, my favorite horror movie of all time. And then I sat down and watched this, and I loved it.
Fuck off.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I fucking hated it.
I get it.
It's a fucking
Okay.
disgrace.
All right.
I fucking hated it.
So on the Cage Rage Richter scale, for me, this is top of the list that we had.
Yeah.
There is another film that I think.
Yeah.
So how does the Cage Rage Richter scale work then? Is it
So
higher it goes, the better? Is it lower it
Oh
goes?
yeah.
worse.
The crazier he is, the higher the Richter scale number.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, well,
not
then this
that
one's off. It's
crazy.
off the charts, but
Off the charts.
You know,
Yeah.
But-
This is
okay,
like an 8. This is an 8.2 on the Richter scale.
how many? I mean, okay, so I mean, you're going with a strong start, because it's like, you know, I'm trying to remember how many women he punches in the face while dressed like a bear.
Yeah.
You know,
And karate kicks a couple of them.
you can't fucking listen.
I hate it.
Listen, this is one of the best films fucking ever. And he is completely self-aware in this. He knows exactly how fucking crazy he's being, and it's beautiful. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that I love the 1973 Wicker Man, but it ain't as great as everybody says. It's just as fucking goofy and weird and fucked
It's
up
not as
as
goofy
everything
as-
else.
Hold on a second.
not as goofy as this.
Hold on a second. The original movie is the greatest horror because you don't know until the final scene that it's a horror movie. It's a Christian guy that's ultra Christian guy that's lured to this island by pagans because they want a pure Christian to burn. Like, it's unbelievably brilliant. This just shits all over it.
I know.
It opens up the mouth and it pisses and shits in it, and then it starts paper cutting the fuck out of it.
How'd it get burned? 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 How'd it get burned?
People are gonna watch this movie for fucking decades because you have to watch it because it's like the worst movie ever made.
Yeah.
So in a way,
Yeah.
I think he knew exactly what it did. Like, it wasn't gonna be good. The storyline wasn't gonna be good.
This is a bad movie, not because Nicolas Cage is in it. This is a bad movie. Nicolas Cage sort of is the reason you would ever watch this. This is the only reason you would ever watch this film.
Yeah.
Everything else.
And he produced it as well, which is a double fucking whammy of. But at least the twins out of. At least we know what happened to the twins out of The Shining.
They grew up.
Like that. I just don't know what it was, because it was like there was no like. Oh, I fucking hated it. I hated it.
You're going off on a rant.
The only note I have written down for it is I was just so surprised and baffled by where his ex-fiance, when he meets her, where she was getting her lip filler done on that.
The bees.
Yeah.
The bee stings were doing her lip filler for her.
Must have been bee stings. Got honey, yeah.
I had 3 notes on this. First of all, the letter that she wrote, it was like in an elvish penmanship. It was like, what? You know, you could have sent an email, I guess, or, you know, something. It was just like swirly letters. That would have been your first clue that this is not okay. The second note, the quote, what's in the bag? A shark?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you have a shark in a bag? And it actually tussles about and he gets scared and then he just walks away. Like, even if it were a shark, you would have fucking looked in the bag. And the third note is this fucking movie, and that's it.
Well, after watching it, I was like, I had to sort of go Googling just to figure out what the fuck. It hit me for 6. So I went on Amazon and got the reviews up. And so there's some 5-star reviews. There's a guy called Brian G. Lopez. Nicolas Cage can do no wrong. I loved the original, but haven't seen the 2006 remake in theaters. I forgot how completely amazing it is. Nicolas Cage can do no wrong. I will never look at bees the same way again. 5 stars. So I clicked on Brian G. Lopez. And the other thing his top thing that he's given a review was, I was somewhat familiar with the Gypsy Kings for years, but the only reason I began paying closer attention, this hit is magical. Wonderful music. Just sit back and soak it in. 5 out of 5 stars, easily. That's who likes this movie.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what? The other thing the other thing I just want to point out, when he's doing the whole, not the bees scene, and he's yelling, oh God, they're in my mouth, they're going in my mouth, they're in my eyes, whatever else. You know what he's doing there? You know what he's doing? He's actually cueing the special effects people.
Yeah.
To put bees in his mouth, and put bees in his eyes and his ears and everything else. That's what he's doing there. That's the fucking brilliance. You wouldn't have fucking thought of that, Pete. You wouldn't have thought of that because you're not Nicolas Cage. You don't have an Oscar, Pete.
I would have thought.
Listen, the man is a genius. He is.
The 1973. I would have went.
Shit.
I would have said the 1973 version is pagans luring a pagan cult luring a Christian to an island. No mention of any of that. Like, what? He just goes to get the missing child, and it's just like, well, fuck everything. They're not nice to him when they don't try to tempt him. They don't try to lure. It's just, oh God, I hated it.
How'd it get burned? 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 How'd it get burned?
Yeah.
Like when
Not his thing for
a little doll, and he asks why it's burned.
Why is it burned? Why is it burned? Why is it burned?
It seemed to be like that. He goes, "Can I hit some of the girls?" And can I hit some of the girls? And they went, "Yeah." And he goes, "And just before I go into the Wicker Man, can I karate kick some of them?" Yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah.
He fucks people up in this movie.
Yeah.
Right, shall we move on?
Okay.
Please.
So next on my Cage Rage Richter scale was Face Off.
Yeah.
I thought it's freak out. I thought it's freak out.
No, go on it.
That when he wakes up and he is like, he's supposed to be John Travolta or whatever, but it's actually it's I don't know, it's gonna get confusing when I try and explain it, but like he's like, fuck off, fuck you, fuck off. I love that bit.
I love this movie. I fucking love
I
it.
hate this movie. I think it was.
I did.
What's
Oh,
wrong
thank
with you? Like, you take everything good in the world. You take the two most over the top actors and you get them to play each other, playing themselves. Like it's
okay. That is an interesting concept, and the way they did it is great. But we're not an arty farty podcast gonna go like
Well, here's
the technique and the process that they used. Both of them was fantastic.
The thing that I took from this movie is that John Travolta is better at doing Nick Cage than Nick Cage is at doing John Travolta.
I thought you were gonna say better at being Nick Cage than Nick Cage is.
Like if I was sitting back after it, I go, John Travolta won. He won the movie. He acted better.
I don't think John Travolta's won anything ever.
No. But here's the mad thing about this movie. The movie was written.
Pete in Hollywood. It's a fucking asshole, that guy.
Yes. The movie was written for Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone.
No way.
Yeah. And the reason why, the way in the prison, it's all kind of like, it just doesn't, because it's like a present day kind of movie, but then it's like futuristic prison. It was written as a sci-fi story, because that's why they were coming up that the technology is available, thousands of years into the future. But Arnie and Sylvester unfortunately didn't do the movie.
I'd like to take his face off. His face.
What's your opinion, Chris?
Oh, it's fucking the worst, and I think I just, it is fucking terrible. And I'm sorry, Christine, I get angry every time somebody tells me what a great fucking film it is. Stupid.
No, I mean,
it's not yours stupid. That's stupid.
Like John Woo movies, in Hong Kong were brilliant because he made them for fuck all and made them look brilliant. And then like cocaine is rampant all over this movie with the budget. It's just do whatever the fuck you want. Like
I love like the storyline is good.
Emotion all over the shop.
Overacting. You wouldn't get another movie where overacting on this scale is actually okay. It's part of it. Like, oh my God.
Maybe it's just, I think, it's possible that, the fact that fucking Travolta is in it and they're playing each other. It's just, it's like the perfect storm. It's just these, the two of them gained like, fucking 3 stone a piece chewing on the scenery for the fucking thing. It's just, it's 2 freight trains running into each other and screaming at the same time. It's fucking brilliant. Terrible.
I just love the fact that like John Travolta's in the boss's office after Nick Cage is put in prison, after the brother's put in prison, and they have to find the bomb, and the boss is there. Well, he can do some things. Like she suggests that he cuts his own face off.
My 2 favorite scenes are like in the prison, or no, when he gets out.
She's got notes.
I have loads of notes.
I always have
notes. I always have notes, but like I have loads of notes. But my 2 favorite
because we fucking care.
Yeah,
we care.
Cool.
All right. Okay. So when he's freed from prison and he meets up with a gang, and his buddy, like the best buddy, gets shot in the fucking neck. Yeah. He turns around and he goes, "Listen, man, we had a good run. Thanks. I'm gonna die now. Bye." He's shot in the neck. Surely he would have gone like. No.
I guess it depends on if it goes through his fucking windpipe or not. Either maybe in all your notes you should have done some anatomical research.
Okay, we could also do like a testing of this, being shot in the fucking neck and like being sound of mind, going having a fucking dialogue. I love it. I'm not angry.
I think
that's a threat. I think she's just apparently
in
the neck.
think she's threatening to shoot me.
Apparently, John Woo's first ending was fairly ambiguous about whether the wife had the right husband back at the end, and they wouldn't allow it, which I thought would have been a brilliant ending.
That would have been, you know what? That would have made me happier.
But I think she wants the other guy back. Like her husband has neglected her for fucking years. She's unfucked and like unseen for so many years.
Oh yeah.
And in comes this suave, like sexy guy making her dinner, rubbing her feet, fucking her
tongue like a donkey.
And what happens? She gets the first one back, and he brings in a traumatized kid. Like, this is our child now.
I was
was
thinking about that. Like, wouldn't it have been great if the wife all of a sudden got some sort of mafioso sort of spirit and shot the other kid because my kid got killed, I'm killing his.
The only thing was when Nick Cage was John Travolta, being John Travolta or whatever, he was a little bit creepy with the daughter.
That was it. But it's just to emphasize the fact that he's not the
mother's going to have to trade off great sex life for perhaps her daughter getting it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's not get. Yeah. The door wasn't. Another thing I remember.
There's a lot of bad mothers out there, man.
And a lot of bad motherfuckers.
I'd like to take his face.
Oh, sure, yes, absolutely. I was a little drunk, plus I was horny.
On my cage rage scale, I would say this is probably a 7 out of 7 because like when he his eyes are fucking insane in this movie, and that's like the gauge of cage rage, right?
Yeah, well, like the opening fucking scene with that weird choir, and he's dressed as a priest, and then he grabs that girl's arse, and so 7 out of 7 for
I was thinking of one of Ed's favorites in the opening bit when he's got the sniper rifle was good eye acting. Good eye acting. Yeah. But the only thing I'd say if we're rating his hair, this was the worst hair movie he had.
Oh my god, that was a Caesar cut, right? That's what we used to call that haircut.
Yeah,
Caesar cut.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I'd like to take his face off. His face.
Oh. Which one is it now?
Yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds. I had never
love
seen
it
before.
Absolutely fucking love it.
Never seen that film before. Okay, let's write.
This is one of my favorite movies,
at least 10 times.
All time.
If it's on, I'm watching it.
No way.
Yep.
I love that. That's gas.
Fucking
love it. Never.
And I fucking hate Angelina Jolie.
I would never have pegged.
Passion.
I would never have pegged you for a fan of this film.
No, absolutely fucking love it. Great fucking cast. Absolutely 100%.
And the music is really good as well. Like the choice of music in the different, like, No, I love it. It's one
Donnie,
but it's not in your aura, Chris. You're intriguing.
It wasn't my favorite film on the list, I have to admit.
No.
But I can.
Plus that Shelby. Oh,
I know.
I cry every time that car gets fucking shredded.
I use this line a lot in work, like, I'm a little bit tired, a little bit wired, and I think I deserve some appreciation, but people don't really know where it comes from. They just go,
yeah, I don't know how big was this film, because like I've never seen it before. Like I'm not
big.
Of it.
Well, it's pretty big mistake.
And I stayed away from it because of Vinnie Jones.
Yeah, I saw it when it came out, and I haven't seen it since. But I remember being it's just a functional action movie of the time. It's nothing special, but
what did it come out before Fast and Furious?
Yeah, but you see, I'm not into those kind of movies. They're not my cup of tea at all. But it was before that.
Yeah.
And that was a whole different time of the Fast and the Furious anyway. But I mean, come on, fucking Timothy Olyphant is great in it. Everybody's fucking great in it.
And it's his second biggest grossing movie is Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got great lines in it. Are you okay?
Great
sure? Because you just got knocked through a wall.
Go on.
And he goes, because he's going to remake this Shelby again. And he goes, I'm going to make it streamlined like a butterfly. butterfly isn't fucking streamlined. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you could have said
Butterfly is streamlined.
or like a dick or something, not a fucking butterfly. It's not.
I'd love that if he was there. We're going to streamline it like a dick.
But that would have been a fucking power move. I'm gonna streamline it like my fucking dick, like
Big dick
butterfly.
Everybody in the room starting to shuffle towards the nearest exit.
big dick energy right there.
Yeah. I mean, he could have gotten away with it, but no.
Speaking of big dick energy, Delroy Lindo tells me to get out of Long Beach. I'm fucking leaving Long Beach. I don't care. Sorry, Giovanni Ribisi. Your ass is toast. Later, motherfucker. You fuck with the wrong people, and unfortunately, I can't help you because Delroy just said go home.
Yeah, Giovanni Ribisi's a weird anomaly, isn't he? Because he's a good actor, but
Scientologist.
He ends up.
Is he?
Yeah.
Aren't they all?
And his lesser known sister who was married to Beck. Remember the ginger girl in that rich Dazed and Confused? Remember the ginger girl?
No. Never seen it.
Yes, they were Scientologist family.
So what is Beck in Scientology?
He's actually left last year. So he was born into it as well.
Did he?
Yeah, he's left.
Oh, that's good. I can like him again.
Yoo-hoo! Can I get a room?
So on your scale, how does Nick Cage rate in this movie?
I mean, it's not that ragey, is he?
I don't think he's that.
It's not ragey, but it's a 10 out of 10 for me. It's not on the Richter scale. It's just a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
On the love scale.
But the cool thing about this is I can have whatever scale I want because it's Nick Cage, and Nick Cage can have whatever the cage wants, the Cage gets. And that's how the Cage scale works. My friend.
That is very true.
One-eyed Jack's yearning to go a-peeping in a seafood store.
Right, next on the Richter scale, Wild at Heart.
2 words, Laura Dern.
David Lynch, right?
Yes.
David Lynch.
This is toured on my Cage Rage Richter scale. I fucking love this movie.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it in ages. I would say it's one of my favorite Nick Cage movies.
Yes. Well, I'll go out there and say it is my favorite Nick Cage movie. It's fucking brilliant.
His performance in this is very Elvis-esque, like, but
yeah.
At the same time, it's Nick Cage all over. Like that. The first murder he commits in this is unreal.
Yeah.
That guy, was it an opera or something like that, where the guy pulls a knife on him and he just fucking slams his head off the wall.
But what makes it is the fact that he immediately on the stair, like he's panting after doing it, looking down at him, looks up, slicks back his hair and does the point, and it's Elvis.
Yeah,
he's fucking fantastic.
He's a fucking psychotic Elvis. Yeah. Man.
And Laura Dern, like if there was an Oscar for I am the horniest person there's ever been, ever, she would win it. She's fucking unbelievable in this movie.
Well, Willem Dafoe might win it.
Well, best support, Bobby Peru, best supporting actor is a world win.
Best supporting actor name ever.
A world
Bobby Peru.
Bobby Peru. Do you fuck like a bunny?
Yeah. I want to be called Bobby Peru. Do you know
Bobby
what I mean?
Peru. And maybe the best death in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of it?
I mean, it's a really solid fucking movie, but what's not to like? It's like David Lynch, Laura Dern, Willem Dafoe, obviously Nick Cage. Like, what's not to love? And I agree. Like, she's super fucking hot in this movie. You might say hotter than Georgia Asphalt.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
I wrote, slip that in there underneath. That's what she
slip that in.
But like the genius of the fact that it's Laura Dern and then Diane Ladd, like her actual mother in the movie, like in real life.
Is that her actual mother?
Yeah. Bruce Dern is the husband.
Right.
Oh, he's always such a fucking creep.
And Harry Dean Stanton in it is,
brilliant.
Yeah.
He can do no wrong for me, that guy. Any movies? No, he is in a lot of weird movies, though, right?
And this was his first David Lynch movie.
Harry Dean Stanton.
Which one? Bruce Dern or Harry Dean Stanton?
Harry Dean Stanton, or Stanton. This was his first. Yeah, they get the little games that he play. You know, where him and Diane Ladd is fucking brilliant.
One-eyed Jack's yearning to go a peeping in a seafood store.
There is another fucking guy in this. Is it William Morgan Stoppard or Morgan William Stoppard? He's like an English actor.
Yeah.
He's a kind of a small part in it. He's giving out the silver dollars.
Oh yeah.
That actor is fucking amazing.
Brilliant.
Anything he's in. He was actually in Hawk the Slayer.
No, like the casting in this,
you know what I'm talking about, Chris.
Yeah.
Of course he knows Hawk the fucking Slayer. Jesus.
He is an amazing actor. Is
Yeah,
it
but
William Stoppard or William Morgan William Stoppard or something? I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on it anyway.
Yeah.
We need to pop that into the
Everybody, like, the cast is amazing, and everybody turns it up to fucking 12. It's fucking
But
brilliant.
can I ask you something? Was this big in Ireland or in the States, Chris?
Well, the heart.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it's a David Lynch movie, so
I've never heard about it. Like honestly, I've never heard about it.
I went to see it in the cinema.
I haven't heard about it at all.
Watch it.
The David Lynch films. David Lynch films have always had kind of a weird place in U.S. cinema. You know, they're great, and they have their own audience. But I mean, there's only ever going to be so much actual cinema kind of appeal for the things. I will say this though. I fully believe that Tarantino ripped this off when he made True Romance.
Yes. Yeah. Totally.
100%.
Yeah.
Because Tarantino doesn't actually have an original bone in his body, and he has to rip off every other fucking.
Here, listen. True Romance is still
filmmaker
a
out
great
there.
movie. True Romance is a great movie.
It is, and it's because it's taken from everybody else's work. But
Yeah.
that's just me being.
Yeah,
fucking
but
angry about
like, for me,
Tarantino.
that's fine. It's still a great movie. I
Yeah.
watched that, and it was also I'd appreciate that, and I'd appreciate Wild at Heart as well, because.
Well, I read a piece where Nicolas Cage said this was the movie that made him not be a method actor anymore, because David Lynch would turn up on the day with the script.
Yeah.
So he couldn't.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. Oh God, can we do a David Lynch episode someday?
He's
Definitely.
Funny talking about David Lynch in interviews about this movie. He's like, solid gold, Nexter. That was solid gold.
Lynch has a couple of albums out.
Does he? Like music
albums? Yeah, music albums. And they're exactly what you would think.
One-eyed Jack's yearning to go a peeping in a seafood store.
I'm not one for happy endings, but I love that ending.
It's brilliant ending.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because
David Lynch has been interviewed because he keeps saying that people thought he changed it because Hollywood made him do it. He goes, I fucking hated the movie and ending in the book. And I was always going to change it. I love this ending.
It's such a fucking love story, like
The only thing I'd say is the prosthetic nose purposely bad, or is it?
It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's like spread. It's like it goes underneath each eye. Basically, it's like this massive nose.
It's so bad. It's perfect.
Yeah. And like the way he's been the whole movie, like he's kicking ass. You think he's gonna kick the shit out of a lot of them, and they
fucking will.
Yoo-hoo! Can I get a room?
He knocks the crap out of a fella on a dance floor and then sings. Like he's dancing to thrash metal is amazing.
It's amazing. The fucking karate kicks he's throwing are fucking unreal in this.
Yeah.
I wonder if he improvised that.
I would never be able to throw them kicks in the gym.
Here's the
fucking handstands out of a convertible car at one stage.
Yeah.
But it's like it's part of the character, right? It's not that crazy. It's just like he's insane. The character is insane, but Nick Cage isn't insane.
Here's the fact that my favorite fact from the movie: the snakeskin jacket.
Yeah.
It's Nick Cage's snakeskin jacket. Yeah. He owned it. It was his.
He bought it, and he brought it to set, and he says, "I think my character should be wearing a jacket like this, Dave." David Lynch was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah. And it's such a good speech, and you know, my snakeskin, like David Lynch immediately run into his trailer, writing down 2 pages. And I think it's this movie that brought the world the Terry Wogan interview. Was this promotional tour?
That is, if anybody hasn't watched that on YouTube and you're listening to this now or watching it on YouTube, go and watch the Terry Wogan interview with Nicolas Cage. He is coked out of his mind on it, and he is 100% crazy.
There's on if we're looking for Richter scale, say for cocaine use, you know the way like there's a touring like a touring sort of black funk band of the 70s. He's gone way past it. Like he's taking your coke, my coke, everyone's coke.
The fucking Richter scale is like this at the top of it. Like he is.
So even for the audio audience, he comes out, does a sort of roundhouse kick, and then starts throwing dollars at the crowd in London.
I haven't seen this. I mean,
it's unbelievable. I think it's his greatest performance in any performance.
It's amazing.
How, in the name of Zeus's butthole, did you?
The last movie on the list that we had was Raising Arizona.
Oh, so good.
Yeah,
that for me is number 4 on my Cage Rage Richter scale, because I don't think he was really at his peak fucking nutcase while he's doing that movie. I think he was actually really in the fucking pocket as an actor right there. It's a great movie.
You can't be. Sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say, he's at his most handsome, I think. Like he looks fucking brilliant.
Yeah, with the tombstone teeth he is. Before he get, he's a handsome guy and he's got bad teeth, and then he gets his teeth fixed and he becomes kind of ugly, like because the widow teeth gets in. What? Yeah, because his mouth comes out a lot more, with the teeth. Yeah. It does. Trust me.
Here, you know the way like we always talk about casting. The thing that floored me was like thinking back to the year. Kevin Costner was auditioned 3 times for Nick Cage's role.
Oh,
really? God. Oh my God! It would have been shit.
To play this role.
What?
I just couldn't see him pulling this one off.
That's right. I remember that in an interview. The Coen brothers told him that they could have had Kevin Costner, but he auditioned for this role 20 times.
Costner?
No,
Nick Cage
auditioned for the Coen brothers 20 times for this role.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You one look at the guy and you go, yeah, that's him.
I know, but well, yeah, obviously now that you see
the look, but you also have to,
their vision was obviously somebody else, but there was something about him. I think there was one of the brothers, I don't know who it was, kept laughing like hysterically when he would audition, and the other brother hated him. This sort of thing, and it was the same on the set because he would come with ideas on the set, and one of the brothers would say, "No, this is the script. You stick to the script." And he ended up having to stick to the script in this film. Like there's very little improvising from him. Like, and there's very little that he brought to it other than the haircut was his idea. Like this, like he would fucking rub his hair so much. I don't know what he was doing it with, but to make it static and stick up like that.
Yeah, they called it I think the Coen brothers were calling it the Woody Woodpecker haircut.
Yeah, well, his idea. Well, this is all came from him. When he read the script, he said, "This is fucking Woody Woodpecker."
Yeah. Yeah, so
that's where the tattoo came from with the cigar and all that. Like, it's all his idea. And
it was like that when his stress levels reached the highest levels, his hair would be at its maddest. That was like the way they worked it out. Yeah, it's fucking it's funny as fuck, and the story's brilliant.
Like, when was it made? Or no, late 80s, right?
84.
But it's still solid fucking movie.
No, Blood Simple was 1984, and they made this afterwards.
87?
85, 86, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's still a solid fucking movie. It still
87.
works.
Well, I think Yeah, it's like an hour and a half, and like there's no lull in it. It just rattles along.
Yeah, but it's got a great cast.
Brilliant cast.
Great cast, man.
Like the two, John Goodman and what's his name, as the two fellas are fucking brilliant in it. As the,
That's
the
a question.
greasers.
That's a question I wanted to ask, like you guys. John Goodman and the other convict escaping from the prison. Was that recreated then in Shawshank Redemption? You know that prison break.
Yeah.
When they come out of the.
Yeah, he.
All similar to Tim Robbins escaping from.
Tim Robbins is a little bit quieter than them two.
Yeah, but it's so similar.
Yeah, it is.
Frames,
right.
the sort of the rain and the cinematic sort of yeah.
When he come up through the mud.
Yeah, no, that's a brilliant escape they do.
Yeah, it's excellent. Yeah.
The fact that they're screaming their nuts off when they get out, because you just keep expecting the siren to go off.
Yeah.
How, in the name of Zeus's butthole, did you?
So on the Richter scale for me, Raising Arizona 5.2.
I'd have it high, quite very high.
I would have it very low. I don't think he freaked out on this enough.
Yeah, I don't. As far as the Richter scale goes, I don't think. I mean, you can't.
Sorry, the Cage Rage Richter scale.
Yeah, the Cage. Sorry, yeah. Cage Rage Richter scale.
The Cage Rage Richter scale trademark.
Trademark.
Yeah, I'd put it, down like 3, and that's not a dig at the film. It's a great film, but that's exactly. He is always exactly who he needs to be in every film.
Yeah.
That is why he is the perfect actor.
The mayor of Scottsdale immediately on release came out and denounced the movie for making Arizona look bad.
Oh,
don't look at me! Don't look at me!
Yeah, Arizona just never needed any help.
Yoo-hoo! Can I get a room?
The one thing I wanted to say about Wild at Heart and its music related was the music in that was so fucking jarring. It was off-putting, in the sex scenes, that heavy metal riff going all the time. That got to me a little bit ago.
What, that didn't do it for you?
No, I felt very uncomfortable when that was happening. Very uncomfortable.
I assume that's, what. See, I was gonna say what Sex with David Lynch would be like.
This episode is so like
scary and off-putting and weird.
Go on, keep talking, Chris.
It's a trailer.
Keep talking, Chris.
Layers upon layers of you people. Like this episode has really uncovered stuff.
Yeah, but it's a Nick Cage episode. You gotta get
weird. Yeah.
You gotta get comfortable with yourself. Otherwise,
there might have been some truth serum slipped into COVID medication.
Or perhaps
ask more questions.
Sorry, Chris.
I said you have to channel your inner cage. You have to break free of your cage.
That is very true. Or the whole world is wild at heart and weird on top. See what I did there?
Yeah, wait, is it getting cheesy now? I think it's time
fuck you.
I think it's time for the segment we now call Chris's Bmusing movie.
Yes.
Bmusing movies with Big Chris Monroe.
Fuck you, Pete.
Fuck Chris. I watched fucking 20 minutes of this piece of shit earlier. It's crap.
Oh my god, I watched the whole fucking thing.
I couldn't
because I thought we were supposed to watch the whole fucking thing.
I couldn't get further than it.
I'm so angry.
Quantify this.
So this episode's Chris's Bmusing film that we're screaming about now is the 1997 travesty Trey Parker film Orgasmo, which of course is the story of a young Mormon missionary who gets roped into the seedy underbelly of the Hollywood pornography business, which is funny because actually the porn business is not in Hollywood. even in '97 it wasn't in Hollywood. It's over in the Valley. It's in Glendale. All of the porn is all shot in Glendale. So
all right. Just all right. Nick Cage mentioned Valley Girl. Go watch Valley Girl. Okay, go back. Wait, well,
see, that was the connection. That was the connection.
Was that the connection? Because I was like, why the fuck am I watching this film?
No, I'm sorry. The connection was I was trying to find something that was way over the top and had nothing whatsoever to do with Nick Cage and would piss off Pete more than anything else. But I gotta tell you, I don't often say
you fucked up. You should have.
Oh yeah, no. I don't often say this. I regret my choice.
Yeah.
It was really bad. I think so. I went back and I rewatched it. I rewatched. I'm gonna be honest. I rewatched most of it, and
Chris didn't even watch it all.
And I'm watching it and I'm thinking, fuck, this was so much funnier when I watched it the first time. And apparently, Chris of I think 2007 when I first watched this, thought it was hilarious, and Chris of 2021 regrets having brought it up. And
but there is a good story.
I will from now on, I promise, I will rewatch whatever I plan on throwing in as a Bmusing film. I was gonna go with so originally I was gonna go with Doomsday.
Yes.
Because Doomsday is over the top and ridiculous and has some of the most amazing scene chewing by the champion scene chewer himself, Malcolm McDowell. And then Pete said he'd already seen it, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna come up with something really fucking weird."
Yeah. So you tortured me to torture.
I know.
He didn't even fucking watch it. I watched it.
I know you got caught up in it. I'm sorry.
There is a link to a good story, Ed.
Go on.
Because I remember Ed coming to me and he goes, "You'll never guess what," because Ed was going to London with Debs. He goes, You're not gonna fucking believe it. Me and Debs have 2 tickets to the Book of Mormon. I was there.
Hang on a minute. I was not that excited.
You fucking I was
not that excited.
You knew I wanted to see it.
She wanted to see it. She is a musical fan. I am not a musical fan.
It's getting great review. It's getting great reviews. And the first thing when I saw Ed when he came back from London, I says, "What was the Book of Mormon like?" And what did Ed say?
Absolute piece of shit. It was fucking terrible. I hated it. I fucking hate it. It was so boring. Do you know the only other musical I hated more than the Book of Mormon was The Lion King, right?
Oh yeah.
I only hated no, hang on a minute. You've no idea what I had to go through with The Lion King. Like the only tickets I could get for Debbie to see The Lion King was matinee tickets in London. So they're like 1 o'clock. So it's full of kids, right? And
I remember this story, Ed.
The bar is open, right?
Drunk Ed.
Up at the Lion King says, I gotta get drunk before I go to see The Lion King. We're halfway through The Lion King, the fucking halftime fucking call comes on. I go up to the bar, like I sprint to the bar, and I fucking inhale a full bottle of white wine because there's nothing but kids around me, and I'm looking at her going, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? Why have you done this to me? Why are we here? Why is this happening?
Yeah, because we have to sort of qualify this by saying Debs loves musicals.
She fucking loves musicals. She wants to see them all, and I love her to bits. So anything that she wants to do, I will do with her.
And quite a good singer herself.
She's an amazing singer. She's so much better now. She's
So while sober Debs is loving all this, Ed is going, the fucking bar's open. The fucking bar's open.
Like the bottle of wine is just being inhaled. You know what I mean? Like at halftime, because there's no more kids around me, and I fucking hate kids. I fucking hate kids. I don't have to deal with them. Don't want to be around them. I should have known. But anyway, I've taken away from Bmusing movies now. Sorry.
It's all right. This is just an apology. It's just an apology.
Yeah,
it's dreadful.
An apology because I actually watched the whole fucking movie.
I know you did. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you got caught. What?
Like, why did Ed watch it? You didn't even watch it, Chris, but you
I did.
have watched it.
See, I thought that was the whole thing. Everybody had to watch whatever the fuck.
No, I did. I watched as much of it as I possibly could, and it was too late to call it off. So
I remember back in the day, I saw the trailer for it, and I went, "Fuck that shit." So when I saw you writing about it, I went, "Nope, not gonna happen." So I've never seen it.
I do
you
remember.
didn't watch it at all.
No.
Yeah, don't blame
Wow.
me. I do remember. See, am I a fucking martyr for this fucking podcast? Am
Yes.
I a fucking
Yeah.
idiot?
Well, if you ask you, yes.
You are the idiot. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
You
I'm
want-
sorry.
You want a little polish for that cross? Is it getting heavy?
Hey.
Normally, I don't know.
I've watched some terrible shit for this too.
Really?
Yeah. Pete.
Really?
No, but
Really?
Chris, normally I don't know
Really?
which
Look at that
one
fucking
is
face on you.
the movie.
Put the bunny back in the box. Put the bunny back in the box.
There's a movie about to be released where he's wearing a leather jacket that could explode at any time, and that sounds great. I'm all in on that. It's Escape from New
I don't
York
think he
with a
can
leather.
actually do anything
Yeah.
like
Wait a minute. On that point, let's get to what we were talking about as we're recasting Nick Cage in popular movies.
Yeah.
So I've sorry Ed, I've
Shut the fuck up. This is Chris's idea, so let Chris go first. What is your first movie that you would recast Nick Cage as the main actor in?
Okay, so and also I appreciate that, Ed. I really do. I appreciate
you
that,
all.
you know, giving me the moment, especially after I was actually look. I'm gonna apologize because I was just very shitty to you. And obviously, if you're not watching this, if you're just listening to this, obviously I affected Ed very deeply, and he was very hurt by some things that I just said. So I appreciate it. You worked very hard on this podcast, harder than everybody else. And you put way more effort into it than all of us, the rest of us put together, and I appreciate that.
No. Christine puts a lot of effort in. She doesn't put the work in.
Whatever. Let her fucking. You know what? When her face sours and she looks like she's about to get in the car and come up for some hillbillies and some ass kicking, you know, we'll deal with her.
I didn't realize getting over emotional was another COVID possible.
Yoo-hoo! Can I get a room?
My first one, it isn't even the only reason that I thought of it was just to hear Nick Cage do the one big payoff line, and that would be 7.
Amazing.
And he would be playing Brad Pitt's character, whose name I fucking can't suddenly remember, which is funny because I just watched it the other day. But yeah, just to hear Nick Cage deliver the "What is in the box?" You know.
Who's up next?
Well, let's go anti-clockwise. I know clockwise. What are we talking about?
Just name someone, it'd be easier.
Yeah, because your screen might be different
Okay,
than all of
right.
ours.
My first,
Like the scale.
I'm
Well,
standing fucking pissed.
okay, my first choice, just because, and I reckon it might be on other people's, just because no one rocks a white vest better than Nick Cage. Die Hard.
Oh,
Like he would look better in the vest than Bruce Willis would.
Yoo-hoo! Can I get a room?
I think Nick Cage would have been good in that movie.
Chris, do you agree?
I could see that. Yeah.
No.
There'd be a lot more chest hair.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not talking about the vest. You're fucking fixated on the vest. I'm talking about the acting. I'm talking about Nick Cage would be fantastic in that.
He'd have been better than Bruce Willis.
That's what I'm
gonna
saying.
say it. Yeah.
That's my point. He would.
I
be
said
better.
it. I'm going to say it.
What do you mean? I
I can say it too.
Whoa! Hold on a second. I fucking picked it, motherfucker.
That doesn't mean anything.
You had one.
No, I picked it.
I might be
One
drunk.
opportunity to actually agree on something, but no, you chose war.
I might be drunk. I don't know.
Are you angry because we chose Nick
No, I'm
Cage
not
the
angry
best
at all.
over you.
I'm not angry.
Right,
at all.
Christine.
No, I'm talking about Christine now.
Rob.
I
Peter.
agree. I agree. I would
Go,
do.
Christine. Go, Christine.
Okay, so you're actually taking this seriously. My first, we're doing 3, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So my first choice would be Nick Cage as the bear in The Revenant, running on his hind legs, full speed towards Leonardo DiCaprio, clocking him in the face, going pow right in the kiss. That's my first choice.
Didn't he do that?
That's strong.
Didn't he? But hold on a second. He did that in The Wicker Man. He did it in The Wicker Man.
Exactly. So he's recast as the bear in The Revenant.
Okay.
Oh, are we suggesting that Nick Cage is getting a typecast as a bear?
Hold on a second. And the reason why he's running so fast through the forest, Leonardo DiCaprio, is because of the bees.
Probably, but like he goes, pow, right in the kiss, like
down the eyes.
No one has played a bear better than Nick Cage.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's out of left field, but I'll buy it.
Okay. Thank you.
Solid.
That's a good one.
Ed.
For me, it was straight up Forrest Gump.
That's strong.
I can just see him doing that, lying on the fucking bench,
I'd like to take his face off. His face.
My mom always said, "Stupid is as stupid does."
And if you like, they'd be there. Now, this is the only thing I'd say about that is they'd probably say to Nicolas Cage, "This is the kid that's going to play you as a young child. I'm playing that as well. Give me them syrups."
Yeah.
Baba! Baba!
I'm doing it all. I'm going method as a kid.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You got a little Christopher Walken there.
Yeah, he's done Morgan Freeman and Christopher Walken.
Oh man, bring on the Christopher Walken episode.
Right, Chris, who have you got next?
Next, I have Nicolas Cage in the 1968 classic Planet of the Apes.
Oh, I like that.
Replacing Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
They blow it out!
God damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Damn you all to hell!
Get your damn dirty paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
I'm seeing that. He should have been in the Tim Burton movie.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
That's a great call.
Yeah. Wow. Pete.
What about you, Pete?
I've got him playing Kevin McAllister in Home Alone. I think he would have been brilliant. Again, full method as this 8-year-old kid. Like they wake up to go on holidays, and the kid that's pissed his bed is being decapitated. I think it's a shit. You know what I mean? And, like the battle is a proper battle, I think.
Oh my god. I don't think I can recover.
Are you okay, Chris?
I can't recover.
Oh, fuck, my face hurts.
That's fucking amazing.
Imagine how brilliant that film would be.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be even better than the original, and that's tough.
Oh my god.
I don't think I can bother with. I don't know if I can bother with the rest of mine. Go ahead, Christine. See how you do.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Pete. Okay, so this is actually a movie that I really want to, I want it to be remade because it's a good fucking solid story. And it's Nick Cage as the violator or the clown in Spawn. Because
Right.
Because they started off by saying, imagine a substance with the power to destroy humanity. Imagine a creature insane enough to use it. Who's
Yeah.
more insane?
Yeah, I think he could do it. He
Yeah.
could do it. He could do it.
And it fucking deserves a remake. So
It's surprising he didn't do it.
Does.
But you might have moved. Well, isn't there a remake coming of Spawn? I think isn't that one of
Is
the ones
it?
that's
There has to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Ed.
Ed,
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're called Ed.
You know what? I'm not. It's not gonna be as funny as you guys, man. I had do you remember the film As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, it's a great movie.
So I had him as the Jack Nicholson character, you know.
If he played the dog,
You make me want to be
hold on a second.
better man.
Hold on a second. Nick Cage could be the little dog that he feeds the bacon to.
No, for fuck's sake. He could be
That's
any
right.
character in that fucking film. That film
that is true. Yeah.
Jack Nicholson is
Absolutely
brilliant in that movie.
Yeah. But I thought
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is a bit neurotic as well, so he could
Yeah.
kind of pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with that.
So Chris,
In keeping with Charlton Heston, because I think that he really could play any role that Charlton Heston ever did. But I had him as Moses in the Ten Commandments.
Oh,
but then I thought, wait,
Yes.
no, we have Nick Cage play Moses and Pharaoh.
Oh my god.
No. Hold on a second.
Face
Hold on a
off.
second. Hold on a second. Here's a face off.
Exactly.
You could have Nick Cage playing Moses and God.
Well, I mean, that's kind of redundant. Nick
Oh, no,
Cage
maybe.
is God. We've
No,
established
we're going with Ten Commandment face off.
I'd like to take his face.
Oh, sure, yes, absolutely. I was a little drunk, plus I was horny.
He could have been good in Bill and Ted as well. Like he could have done
As
any.
Rufus.
Do anything Keanu Reeves is doing
Yes.
in a movie that said, "Whoa."
Yeah, I would see him as Rufus in Bill
Instead
and
of
Ted.
George Carlin.
No, I'm saying if we are going to recast, it's not a better recasting. I would say if we're going to recast him into Bill and Ted, I would say
thought
put him
it was
into
a better
Rufus instead
recasting.
of.
Right. So
Well,
let's.
Yeah. Yes, that's what it is. I'm just saying if we're putting him into Bill and Ted, there's a better place for him in Bill and Ted. If you didn't have George Carlin,
Definitely, there's a
Right.
better place for him in Bill and Ted.
Shall we finish then with castings that he was offered but didn't take?
Yeah.
let's do that.
So he was in the running to play Iron Man in John Favreau's.
Yes.
I'm glad he didn't take that. I like
Yeah.
It was Robert Downey Jr.'s.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
made for that.
Yeah.
So there's another interesting one. After Face Off, John Woo wanted to make He-Man and have Nicolas Cage as Skeletor.
Oh,
That
what?
would've been great.
No.
That might have worked actually.
That would have been better than the Skeletor they had.
Frank Langella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was approached to play Shrek before Mike Myers.
Was that when they had to offer it to other people like contractually before?
Yeah, you just can't imagine it.
No.
But I would watch it.
I can imagine it. I don't wanna
And
watch
we
it,
have
I
to,
can imagine it.
but we have to finish with the number one because it got so close. It's unbelievable.
Indiana
Was Nicolas
Jones.
Cage as Superman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Was that his fault though? That wasn't his fault. That was Tim.
Oh, it
Burton.
wasn't his fault. Tim Burton's was going to direct it, and it was going to be dark.
And
I'm-
such a weird costume. Fucking Nick Cage,
Yeah.
scrawny little Nick Cage as Superman with his fucking Dick V. And,
Yeah, but the fucking costume looked brilliant. I thought.
Yeah, and it looked like he was in 9 Inch Nails, like the dyed black hair.
yeah, he looked like he had a fucking hunchback. It was.
Yeah, he was like
weird.
goth Superman.
I love that. I thought that.
Yeah,
was-
no, that I would have loved. And
No.
apparently, he's such a big comic book fan that he was dying to play it.
He named his kid Kal-El. So. There
And
you
on
go.
that bombshell.
Ready to watch stuff!
To me, it was
1, 2, 3, 4. Shut the fuck up.
yeah, right.
So,
You make
Lord
your
of
case,
War.
I'll make mine.